Good morning. I'm going to give everybody a moment to sign on. I have a song I thought I would play for everybody this morning. I'd have a joke for you. I thought about jokes for you in the morning too, because that would be a great way to start your Friday, right? But I haven't found a good one yet that I would tell you guys about. So, of course, all my jokes are going to be clean. I promise that. But here's a song for you this morning. It's a nice little flashback to, the 90s. Way, way back. Hopefully you can hear this. I need a little bit more volume on Friday morning. If you like to dance, go ahead and join in. What was this one? The Cabbage Patch? I think it was. And a little body roll. I know you know this one. We need to have a topic about that. All right. Okay, that's enough of having fun. That's not what we're here for, is it? It is what we're here for. All right, well, I have some fun today. I have a topic that I wanted to talk to you about that was really, really important to me. And it's based on an experience that I had recently that I wanted to share about. And actually, when I was going through the experience, I was like, oh my gosh, I need to talk about this because I know it's actually going to be affecting a lot of people. And I guarantee that the majority of the people that hear this are actually going to be able to relate to this. So once you pop on, give me a hello. I'd love to hear about you and see who's popping on. And of course, if you have any questions while we're doing this, please feel free to ask your question. And at the end of the video today, I will get to your question. So here's the scenario that I was in this week. And give me a thumbs up or a high five or something like that that you can relate, because I know I'm not the only one. I found myself in a situation where I was standing between a couple people. And all of them had this dreaded, I know you're going to be able to relate. They had this dreaded thing called, dun dun dun, halitosis. Halitosis. If you don't know that actual word, it means bad breath. And it was ferocious. I was doing everything that I could do to not make it apparent that I could smell all of this. And from what I understand, halitosis, or bad breath, some people call it dragon breath, which is what was going through my mind when I was experiencing this. A lot of these people apparently do not know that they have that bad breath unless somebody is kind enough to tell them. And of course, it's one of those things that you have to be extremely gracious to tell people about. And it's not exactly the easiest topic to bring up, which I've had to bring that topic up to somebody. And when they actually addressed it, life was a little bit better. Okay, who am I kidding? Life was a lot better. So when you have to interact with somebody on a regular basis and they're having a bad breath issue, it can be offensive. Might be a harsh word, maybe too intense. I don't know. I kind of consider bad breath along the lines of BO. In fact, if I had to choose BO or bad breath, I'd choose neither. So I'm sure you can all relate to that. So anyway, I started actually looking up what bad breath is coming from and what's causing it. And of course, hey, if you have your coffee, got my coffee. I might be taking a sip here and there. Cheers. So halitosis, actually it comes from various different sources. So I wanted to share some of that with you and give you some insight. And if you do have a friend or a family member or even a loved one that is having some bad breath issues. I understand the challenge to try to share that with them, but it would actually be very beneficial if you could find a way to share with them the benefits of addressing their bad breath. So here's a couple things that I found to be actually the cause of bad breath. And a lot of people think it's just bacteria in the mouth, which in a way it is just coming from bacteria. It's actually volatile sulfur compounds that's causing it. But you have to go deeper than that. It's not just bacteria, it's what's causing the bacteria. If it's a matter of just brushing your teeth and flossing your teeth, then we could say that good hygiene would actually eradicate all bad breath. But that's not actually accurate. There's several other reasons why we could be having bad breath. One thing that I had dealt with when I was working at my fitness studio was actually the diet that people had. If you have a diet that has a lot of sugars, a lot of breads, a lot of the boxed foods or prepared foods ahead of time where you're not cooking raw or cooking ingredients from, the actual original source like vegetation and your meats and stuff like that, but actually eating a lot of processed foods, then this could actually cause some gut issues, which are, digestive issues. And that's something that you can help yourself with by choosing some high quality probiotics. And if you ever need a probiotic recommendation, it's something that you'll kind of have to figure out what works well with your body. But I have used several different probiotics and I've found what actually works for me. And I was taking probiotics simply because I knew that I needed digestive health. Nobody actually told me that I had halitosis, so I really hope that I never actually did have halitosis. Nobody told me if I did. I would feel really bad that my loved ones didn't tell me that I had that, because I talked to so many people, so I definitely don't want to have that, right? So, and I always do the, you know what test I'm talking about, where you breathe to see if you can smell your breath, and sometimes you're like, and you smile, and other times you're like, and you're like, oh my gosh, that's horrible. So, anyway, I really hope that you enjoy the humorous side, because I would rather these be very enjoyable than a little staunchy and I just tell you the facts about halitosis and then you can go to work and kindly put the scope bottle of bad breath redemption on your coworker's desk. No, that would be offensive. Don't do it that way. Anyway, so let's go back to talking about bacteria, how we get that to accumulate in our mouth, where it's accumulating, and the things that we can do to help with it. So a lot of times the food particles, even if you're eating healthy food particles, can get stuck in your mouth, they can get stuck in your teeth, and they can accumulate in the back of your tongue. So one of the best recommendations that you can do to help you with bad breath is to actually brush your tongue, and brush your tongue starting from the back, and bring it down forward, rinse your brush off, or if you get one of those tongue scrapers, make sure you're rinsing it off, and just start from the back and move forward. This will do amazing things for bad breath. It is super, super helpful. The other thing that you can do is floss or with a water pick, and that can help you as well. Now, it's not just the food particles. Remember, bad breath can actually be stimulated by other things, and one of those is medication. So if you have a certain medication that might be causing some issues, it could be causing bad breath or dry mouth, and that's a big issue for you. So using things like a toothbrush and toothpaste that will actually help to eradicate the volatile compounds that are hanging out in your mouth can be beneficial, and hydration can actually help you with that as well. I would actually talk to your doctor about what you can do to eradicate the side effects of bad breath from the medication, or if you need something like a probiotic. Again, I'm not a doctor, but I can tell you the things that have and have not worked for me, and have not worked for a lot of the people that I've worked with that have been on a health route that is increasing the quality of their health. And probiotics, while they're on medications, has been something that's been beneficial to them. So the other thing is you can have salivary gland issues, which this is just not producing enough saliva to keep your mouth actually from getting dried. And some of this could be related to hydration. One of the things about dry mouth is that hydration is crucial. Hydration is crucial for so many things when it comes to your body. It's crucial for clarity of mind. It's crucial for your gut health. It's crucial for your liver to function properly, for your kidneys to function properly, for your lymph nodes to function properly. Basically, we're comprised of 70 to 75% water. We need water to exist, and we need good water, quality water, and we need to drink it plenty. So when I had my coffee, that means I'm going to need some extra water because coffee is actually diuretic, so it could be dehydrating me as well. So I try to be cautious about that. I drink 1 cup a day, and I drink anywhere from a half gallon to a gallon of water a day. And if I work out, I drink even more than that. So hydration, hydration, hydration. And if you ever see people get the white foam on the corner of their mouth while they're talking, that's a good indication that they're not well hydrated or they're dealing with some dry mouth. So help them out and share with them that hydration is key for that. Plus, it's kind of uncomfortable. Like, you know, you get self-conscious if you know what's going on. You feel like when you're talking, you got to be like this. So the other issues that could be causing the bad breath are breathing through your mouth. You know, if you wake up in the morning and you've had some sinus issues and so you couldn't breathe through your nose at nighttime, and so you wake up in the morning and you're like, and your mouth is completely, you know, it's just dried out. It's like the desert and you can't even move your mouth. You like with your tongue trying to get some motion there, you know, and then you like drink water and you try to swish it around and get everything moving again. So if you're having some sinus issues, it's actually going to make you be breathing through your mouth more, and that could be causing dry mouth. So I wanted to talk to you about not just the health of your mouth, but how to actually use products that are going to help you by not masking it. Now, even the ADA will say that Scope and Crest and all these mouthwashes actually only cover up the issue. They don't actually eradicate the bacteria, the volatile sulfur compounds that are accumulating in your mouth. So having a product that you're using that actually eradicates these, and from a chemical compound, chemical reaction will happen in your mouth to cause, if you have the right product, the product will have a chemical reaction with the volatile sulfur compounds, and it will actually surround those particles and evacuate them from your mouth. So what I'm talking about with that is that I have a product called Mud Mouth. You can get it in cinnamon or peppermint. This is what it looks like. And I'll open it and hold it up close to you. This is what we've used in our house for the last 3 years. This is actually clay toothpaste. Can you see it? A lot of people have found that it helps them with bad breath in the morning, or like morning breath. Of course, if you're breathing through your mouth, you're going to have some problems with that as well. It's also one of those products that actually, from a chemical compound and chemical reaction, the clay is actually going towards those volatile sulfur compounds, and it surrounds those, encapsulates them, and then as you're rinsing your mouth, or if you swallow it, which you can swallow this toothpaste safely, then it will actually keep those volatile compounds surrounded until they evacuate your body. If you don't have these volatile sulfur compounds hanging out in your mouth, there's nothing that's going to make it smell bad. And so the only way to actually eradicate that and to not just coat your mouth, which is what happens when you're using your conventional products. They use items like fluoride and glycerin that will actually just coat your mouth, and all it does is put basically a Band-Aid over the condition going on in your mouth. Now, if you create the chemical reaction in your mouth using natural substances like the clay toothpaste, the Mud Mouth that we carry, then you're able to actually eradicate these from your mouth. Now, when these bacteria are not hanging out in your mouth, that's going to help you to prevent gum disease, gingivitis, and any other issues that you might be having going on in your mouth, including if you have sores in your mouth. When you don't have bacteria, we know that those sores will heal better. And so their science and nature has some very interesting things that can help us to use organic products and natural products that are sourced from the earth that actually do better than any man-made product can actually do. And something as simple as mud mouth can do so much good for your mouth. I actually have been to the dentist a couple times in the last 3 years to have checkups because I was really curious about the condition of any cavities that I had prior to using the mud mouth. But I've had no progress on my cavities, and that says something alone. In 3 years, no progress on my cavities. Now, I actually found out about using clay in your mouth simply because I was looking for a way to stop the progress of any decay in my mouth. When I went through my pregnancy 18 years ago at this point, it depleted my body so much. And a lot of you women that have had children know that there's so much demand placed on your body when you're having a child that I actually had a lot of decay. And I had 2 situations in life where I had a lot of decay. One was when I had my braces, and my molars had a lot of decay because the bands that were placed around my molars actually were not sealed thoroughly. And so there was really no tool that was going to be able to get inside of these bands that had these little holes in it that weren't sealed properly. So when they took off my braces, I actually had a lot more decay than a 15-year-old would want in my molar section. So the other thing also is that when I went through pregnancy, I had a lot of mineral depletion, and that affected the condition of my teeth. And so since then, I've been looking for ways by diet and by what I'm choosing to eat and not eat, which is just a matter of what I'm choosing to expose my teeth to, basically, and also the products that I'm using to cleanse my mouth to help me to reverse, if not stop, the progress of these cavities. And so far, I have had really good success at that. And I would imagine anybody else that's using this is going to have the same success because our teeth are comprised of the same composition as well. So I would love to talk more about the mud mouth because I'm extremely excited about this and very passionate about this product. I would say that next to the soap, that the mud mouth is actually one of my favorite products because it's tried and true. It feels the same way every single time you use it. You know exactly what to expect. Every time you leave your dentist office and you've just had a cleaning, you always sit there and on your teeth because they feel so clean. And most people have this thought of, I wish my teeth felt this clean every day. And that's essentially what this makes your mouth to feel like. So hopefully this is going to have several tips in this video to help you if you're dealing with any of the bad breath issues or you know somebody else that's dealing with these bad breath issues. Again, on the back of your tongue is where a lot of these volatile sulfur compounds are hanging out. So if you have a gag reflex, it might be a little bit difficult for you to overcome brushing the back of your tongue, but also remember that you can gargle with a simple salt gargle to help break up some of the compounds that are hanging out in the back of your mouth, and hopefully that will alleviate how much pressure you might need to put, which you don't need a lot of pressure on your tongue. But I would love to actually hear from you. I've had a lot of people suggest topics, which I highly appreciate, and I've had certain situations that kind of prompt me to think about what topics that we would be doing here. I have one that's coming up that is about the oil cleansing method on your face, which I actually have been using instead of soap, and I have fallen in love with this method. I've done a lot of research on it. I've had probably the most hydrated face that I actually can ever remember, and it's been helping me a lot just with smoothing out my skin. And I would say at 40 my skin actually feels better than it's ever felt ever my entire life. And so using these methods that I found have been really helpful, and I want to make sure that I share it all with you. And it's actually simplified my life as well, which is very nice because nobody likes to have blemished skin or dry skin or feeling yucky. But anyway, so who do we have on here? Who's going to say hi? Would love to hear from you. I think I was supposed to give a shout out. Oh, I just remembered. I was supposed to give a shout out to Carla. If you're out there, Carla, I'm saying hi. Or you'll probably see this on YouTube, but Special shout out to you. I just want to say thanks for finding me on YouTube. I really appreciate that. That was really good news when I heard that you saw that. So, hey, Chastity. I love you, girl. Hey, I have some shampoo that's curing for you right now. So it should be ready as soon as tomorrow, if not next Saturday. But I'll message you and let you know for sure. So if any of you want to come down to the farmer's market tomorrow, I will have plenty of the mud mouth in. This is my last jar, and it's cinnamon. I actually have been selling out every Saturday of the peppermint, so I think I'm going to actually have to increase what I'm carrying just because now it's starting to have repeat people come back. So, and Chastity, I know that you use this as well, so I really, really appreciate that you use this. So I guess I will tell a joke if you don't mind, because I love this joke. My husband told this joke to me. So, what do you call a nun rolling down the street in her wheelchair? This is where like Jeopardy music needs to play so you can think about it for a moment. Da-na-na-na-na. You call it Virgin Mobile. So that joke never fails to make people laugh, and I love to make people laugh. So hopefully you've enjoyed that. And today, being Friday, it's a little snowy outside. If you're in the South Bend area, you're probably getting a little snow. Hope you're enjoying it. I'm not looking forward to going outside because it's going to be freezing cold. And I was really hoping that I could put the scarf away after that 60-degree last Saturday. If anybody was blown away by that, that is what you call Indiana weather, and welcome back to the 20 degrees today, or whatever the temperature is, which I actually haven't checked the temperature, but I'll find out when I go outside whether I'm freezing or not. So hopefully I'll see you at the farmer's market, and if not, I'll be seeing you on the Facebook page throughout this week. Thank you again so much for all your suggestions on your topics, and you're really helping me to get you the information that you're looking for, and not just throwing stuff at you. So make it an awesome day today, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye, all.